The 200-year-old mystery over the identity of the artist behind a 17th century painting has finally been solved.
After being wrongly attributed and then kept in storage for more than a century, the rare piece of artwork has now been restored and is on display at Windsor Castle. Celestina Ololode has the story.
Trailblazer, storyteller and renowned Italian artist, Artemisia Gentileschi depicted here in a self-portrait. She's perhaps most famous for this painting, Susanna and the Elders, but up until recently, art experts didn't know that this was one of her works of art because it was wrongly catalogued.
The painting had been catalogued as French school in the 20th century, so it was believed to be by a French artist that no one even knew the name of. And it's only by looking at these historic inventories that we were able to match it up. And part of the reason for that is its condition. It had been subjected to hundreds of years of hanging over fireplaces with that smoke and dust, also historic conservation treatments where it had been overpainted by later conservators.
So a team got to work restoring the painting, which took 5 years.
This painting depicts Susanna and the Elders. The story effectively is one of blackmail, so that when she refuses the advances of these two men, they threaten her to reveal her with infidelity, which is not true. And this has a particular relevance to Artemisia's own background. She was actually, at the age of 17, raped by another artist working in her father's studio where she was training, and she was called on at his trial to give evidence, and she was even tortured. She was again shown to be innocent and telling the truth, and so perhaps there's a link there.
Art historian Katie Hessel says Artemisia's work remains significant today.
So she grew up immersed, looking at pictures, grinding pigments in the studio. This was so rare for a woman at her time. They didn't have access to paintings. You know, women had to be chaperoned to experience and witness different artworks. And actually, I may be around, 400 years after this painting was made, but even as a woman in 2023, you feel seen by that painting. You feel that your voice is heard.
What do you think this celebration of Gentileschi now says about our society?
Artemisia Gentileschi was a celebrity in her day. There's a quote by her from 1649, and she says, "I'll show you what a woman can do." And that quote is still resonating with people all around the world today. So I would say to anyone in front of that painting, how do you feel? Before we even know that it's Gentileschi, what is this painting telling you? And go from there, because art really should be for everyone. And it's telling us about a period in history that is so exciting and groundbreaking.
The artwork will be displayed at Windsor Castle until April next year. Celestina Olulode, BBC News, Windsor.